Okay, people, it is cocktail time with Tim, and today we're doing Germany. I got the lederhosen on, and we're talking about Die Mannschaft. Yes, the team. Now, Germany historically has been an incredibly successful country in the World Cup. They've won it 4 times, including famously down in Brazil in 2014, where they had spanked the Brazilians in a quarterfinal match before ultimately winning the whole thing. And they've also had 8 second and third place finishes over that same history as well. So incredibly successful, but in recent years they haven't done quite as well. They flamed out in the 2018 at the group stage, didn't even make it through. And then in the 2021 Euros they played last year, they also flamed out early, so they did not make it very far. I think it was around the 16th. So we will see if their new coach Hansi Flick can get this group of German incredible athletes and players playing all on the same page and back to winning form. So we will find that out. And to celebrate, we are going to make a radler. Now, radler has its history. A guy named Franz Kugler, I think I mentioned this before in my earlier videos, had set up the Kugler arms and was he had this idea of opening a bike path from Munich to his Kugler arms in Dusenhofen, and it was so successful on the opening day that he almost ran out of beer, which is a cardinal sin in Germany. And so he had all this lemonade, which is basically a sparkling, it's more like a Sprite, frankly. And he mixed it 50-50 with the beer, the lager that he had, and everyone was happy. And whether cyclists, because radler means cyclist, whether they were just fooled, or they were just incredibly thirsty, or they liked the low alcohol cutting of it, it took off and has become a favorite ever since. In the north of Germany, they often called it an Osterwasser, which really refers to the river up there. Now in Munich, in the south, what they're going to use is a Helles beer. So it's basically similar to very similar to a Pilsner, but Pilsner comes from Pilsen, and this is German, so a little bit different. Now, Helles means bright, so that's what this is, sort of a light, very hop-forward beer. And I'm using here Wilpenstein. I tried to pronounce this before, but I will give it one more shot here. There, you guys can see that. The Weifensteiner. Alright, I gave it a shot. So I'm going to fill that halfway there. Now there's a lot of things, again, like I said, it's probably closest to Sprite, but I kind of prefer, let's go a little upscale. The Italians know what they're doing with these lemon sodas. It's sparkling, it's bright, and I'm going to add, they say 50-50, but kind of 60-40 is to me a perfect little blend. Now, you could use a Hefeweizen, which also gives it a slightly different flavor, which is wonderful. In the north, they're going to probably use more closely to a Pilsner. You can also buy it already pre-done. So this is from Austria. It's a grapefruit radler. It's widely available, Stiegel in America. And the Americans are getting into the act too. So here's a Cape May, lovely little radler. They often call it a shandy if you're in England. Slight difference between a radler and a shandy, but similar idea. Basically, some type of lemonade, orange lemonade, cut with a nice beer. So I like to put a little garnish in it, and Prost we'll see how Germany does in color. That is light and refreshing.